You can if you want.
You can always go early. But that's the way I like to do it. Anyway, gentlemen.
Hello.
Welcome. We're doing a little bit of preamble at Xbox Tavern's X-Pod Tavern on this wonderful Sunday evening, 8 p.m.
Ish!
Pre-showish. Nice. I haven't had a pre-showish before, I don't think.
Yeah.
We got special guest Pete, we got Scott Ross, and
Hello.
we're going to play a little bit of Guess the Dot game.
Before we start, though, can I just get a pet peeve at my way?
Cool.
Can you change your handle to a capital letter, please?
I can. That's not technically
So it doesn't matter.
correct, but for you, I will do it. There we are.
Just give me a brain fart. Thank you.
There we go. Just for you, I've
Spell it incorrectly, just
capitalized
for
my
us.
name after all these years. All these years. Yes, let's guess that game, shall we?
Let's
that
guess that game. Oh, pow.
Wow, indeed.
So my
Sorry.
first thought when I first seen it was between two games. Some form of Resident Evil or Layers of Fear.
I feel like Layers of Fear might be a good shout. I don't think it's Resident Evil.
I have no idea, but the painting at the top is very prominent.
Doggo.
Yeah.
The
dog and the little
fact
girl,
that there's
innit?
so many paintings as well is definitely reminiscent, at least of the first Layers of Fear.
Yeah.
No.
Ooh. I think that's too graphically good for Hello Neighbor, isn't it?
Yeah, far too good for all one.
Yeah.
Only a 72 on Metacritic. So
You know,
not...
this reminds me, I don't think it is, but it does remind me of that Insomnis game that Ian played on stream. I don't think it is, though. I don't remember there being a cot in there, but there was a dollhouse like that in the corner that had like some of the puzzles in it.
not an option.
No. It's gonna. Oh man, there's so many fucking.
Yeah, because you can
like
tell it's
indie
obviously
horror
horror type idea right off the bat.
Yeah.
It's not one of those walking sims like the park and that, is it? Like, what are some similar ones? to
Yeah,
that?
the park's not a bad show actually. Not that I know much about it.
The
But...
park was outside, wasn't it? What was the one that was inside?
Yeah, but don't you play as a baby?
Same rooms. Was that the park? We went around the same room over and over at the end.
I never played it, but
I don't know.
We can have an answer. Wasn't the park.
PC.
um,
It's PC only,
no.
so I ain't got a clue. I'm out.
I was going to say Amnesia Machine for Pigs, but
What?
there we go. Good work.
You what these?
Good work. I haven't played that one either yet.
Seriously.
As soon as Piggy came up, I was like, no, I know what it is.
That
Oh,
pig
you know
was
what
an
it was?
immediate giveaway. What else we got? What other images would we have? Good with one. I mean, that could be literally any horror game anywhere.
Again, that could have just gave it away
the
as
little
well.
hand.
2013.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
And then Chinese Room probably would have sealed it for us.
Indeed. I've never played Machine for Pigs. I really like the first one.
I thought it was good. Apparently, Metacritic didn't rate it very highly, but I thought it was good.
I've had it on Steam, and I think about on Xbox. No, I don't think I did in the end. But yeah, I've got access to it. I just never got around to playing it.
It's not as good as the main game, but it's not bad in any way, shape, or form.
Yeah, I mean, it's not going to be as good as I can't remember the fucking name of it now. What was the one I played last year?
The Bunker.
Bunker, yeah. That was fucking tremendous. But
I do like the Amnesia games. Amnesia games are really good.
Yeah. Did you ever play was it called Justine, like the DLC for the first one? It was like a roguelike type thing. I didn't get on that so much.
You said the word roguelike, I'm out.
Yeah.
You've offended me with that.
But yeah, the first Amnesia. Pete, not a big Amnesia fan there. Obviously not.
PC only. I wouldn't have touched it.
Yeah.
Well, originally PC. It is on Xbox, but it's got a bit of the spookiness. Ooh.
It's got very much spookiness. You get to go insane.
No.
Get your tinder boxes and your lamps out and all that.
Yeah, proper survival horror type shit.
Yeah, good stuff.
That's
easy. Guess the dot game. Great game. What number was that? 926.
932.
Oh, 32. So we've got loads to catch up on if you missed it. But I love playing Guess the Dot game. And I refrained myself yet again on Sunday.
I'm proud.
I was so tempted this morning when I woke up. I was like, should I just don't do it.
Don't do it. Don't be that guy.
Leave yourself. Wait. Hold up. Wait a minute. Yeah. I love playing every day. Especially on a Sunday, 8 p.m.
Ish.
Double pre-show ish. Whoa.
Wow.
Fucking loading the issues up tonight. But yeah, so we got lots of exciting stuff to talk about, I imagine. Some video games, some COD blocks, some news, and more, I guess. So should we get into it?
Let's get into this shit.
Hello, good evening, and good welcome to Xbox Tavern's X-Pod Tavern on this wonderful Sunday evening. I'm Jamie, and this week I'm joined one and only Scottish Gruff Ross. Coming in, Scottish Gruff Ross.
Hello.
How are you? Are you ready?
I'm very well, yourself?
I am, as ever, spiffing. We're
very festive with the Christmas tree in the background. I like it.
Yeah, I got sort of coerced into putting it up earlier on.
Mine's went out up today as well. So very happy about it. We got 2 trees up. It's amazing.
Two.
We got one of our main trees, and then we've got like a felt one that the little one can like just randomly change whenever she wants. So it's to take the temptation away from just yanking everything off the main tree.
I like the idea of that one. Can I have one of them trees?
You can.
I think I'd prefer one than this thing behind me.
The star has been moved about 40 times, and it's only been up since about 4 p.m.
I think I need one of them, definitely. Just for me. Like I said, the kids can have the real one. I'll have the play one. Sounds good. It's not just 2 of us. We've got no MPV Graham. He's currently in the air somewhere over the middle of Asia somewhere, I think.
Nice.
Millie Man Ian is off watching. Is it the Patriots tonight?
Yes, against the Colts.
I assume they're already losing. I don't even have the game
They were the last time I checked. However, the good news is, although he is not here with us, he does now have internet.
He does now have internet, and he proved it by joining us on Friday night for some
blops.
We'll talk about very, very shortly, but as I said, it's not just to us because we've got the one, the only, the man, the myth, the legend, special guest, Pete.
Oh, good evening. Hello.
Hello, good evening, special guest, Pete.
Great to be back. Thank you.
Yes, it's a nice surprise. I'm not sure if you're going to join us, but you're here, and we can talk about COD Block 6.
I thought I'd leave you hanging.
Yeah, later.
I'm very excited to get into COD Block 6. But before we get into any video game talk, I've got one personal little favour which I have to clear with you before we get started.
Yeah, you do.
As Ross mentioned, it's that time of year, Christmas, the season of joy and wonder and all that sort of bullshit. But the important thing is, my dear father, he likes to put up his Christmas lights every year for charity, which he does. I'm not going to say it necessarily exactly where, but if you want to see him, come down to the south of England somewhere and you'll see them glowing on the horizon. But the gist is, he does it for charity, like I said, every year. We had a big turn-on event last night. There's probably about 80 people there turned up. Not too bad for a little, housing estate shenanigans. And so I just thought I'd share a few pictures and also some more details about his thing. Just very quickly, please don't click away. I'll get through quickly. Rapid fire, a little bit of a good deed for Christmas, and then we can forget about it.
It's for two very good causes.
Two very good causes, yeah. So these are some of these grandkids, some of my kids, and some other random kids that turned up. Hello, children. So little tease of the lights. Gets a bit crazy with it. There's my dear mother there, and there he is in the doorway. And yeah, he likes to blind his neighbours for 4 to 5 hours a night. And he gets lots of cars. There was almost a car crash last night. Some car pulled up to look at him, and the one behind him didn't know. And their tyres come screeching down the road. So not only is he doing a good cause, he's also
causing fucking chaos.
Parents are a danger to society, Jay.
They are. They really are. They really, really are. But yeah, so this is the details here. You've got QR codes here supporting breast cancer now and Prostate Cancer UK. Any money raised will be split between the two charities. So if you are in, let's just say, why not, in Woking, in south of England, if you're around that area, you'll know where to find them. Go and have a look. Pop some money in a box if you're there. Or, like I said, scan the QR codes. I'll put the links in the description as well, should you so fancy donating. Anything you can give would be great. Again, I'm no pressure. I know this is a bit of a random call, but he does it every year. He's done it for like 15 years now. And I thought, why not? Let's use a little bit of platform that we have to try and get him a few extra quid if we can. And some 2 very good causes. So yeah, again, I'll put the description links down below once we're done here. But if you'd like to do so, please help out and have a great Christmas on behalf of my dad, because he loves it for some reason. And that's why I am so full of festive spirit all the time. So yeah, anyway, that's enough of a good deed done. Anyway, video games. Let's talk about shooting people in the face, shall we?
Oh yeah.
And that's why we're really here. That's the true joy of spirit of Christmas. We played some more Coblops on Friday night. Like I said, three of us. Ian, Graham didn't join in the end, did he?
No.
He was out for a curry.
He was.
Prepping his stomach.
Preparing for his trip to
and other parts of his anatomy.
India.
Eating a korma, no doubt.
Oh yeah.
A water.
Gets one of the ones that will go fruit in it, I bet you.
Yes, we played some Coblops for about 4.5 hours Friday night, was it? Something like that?
Yes, it was. It went a lot longer than this.
When we play it gets longer and longer and longer. But I mean, once again, it's our Project Game Pass game for the month, which we pick a game from Game Pass each and every month. We play it. Sometimes we stream it once, sometimes we stream it twice, sometimes we just play it for the shits and giggles anyway, regardless of whether we're streaming it or not. And this one seems to have been the main one I think we've done this year. Yeah, I've got no more high praise to sing of it other than what we spoke about for the last 3 weeks. So at the risk of repeating myself, I think it's probably the best multiplayer game I've played all year. Definitely the best Call of Duty I've played in many years, multiplayer wise at least. And yeah, I think it's fucking tremendous, especially because Pete, you are not a Call of Duty player at all, but even playing it on your own, that's got to say something.
He popped up the pictures earlier, and I was like, "What? What?" He popped up playing with players at my skill level. I'm like,
I haven't played a Call of Duty game, bought a Call of Duty game since maybe Modern Warfare 3, maybe like years and years ago. You know, shooters just like all of us now. My time and energy is put elsewhere. You know, I had my Rainbow Six Siege days. You know, I was pretty good at that, and COD was always full of lobbies, a bit like Halo, where like people that just play it every day, every second, and you just got no chance. And obviously, being in the kind of Game Pass, kind of day and date, obviously enabled me to just give it a go. And I hate to say that I have been enjoying it. And like you said, I have been playing it by myself. I've even now unlocked ranked play, so I can do ranked now. I know.
I'm not going to enjoy it that much.
Yeah, I mean, like the thing is, like the reason I think I'm enjoying it is because it's just there's no gimmicks, if that makes sense. It's just grab a gun, shoot someone in the face. Yeah, there's random grenades, but there's none of this other stuff. You know, pull lighting out your ass and throw it and all that kind of stuff. It's just, you know what, grab a gun, shoot, throw a grenade, go again. You know, and yeah, I think that's probably the primary reason why it's just simple. And I don't know if fun's the right word, but yeah.
Oh no, I think fun is the right word. Definitely, it is a lot of fun.
It's definitely because I'm debating just obviously buying the Vault upgrade just because I'm having fun with it. You know, I know, right? Exactly. That's how bad it's become. I'm actually contemplating buying the upgrade. You know,
who would have, especially guess Pete 5 years ago, he's looking at you in disgust right now.
I know, right? If I went back in time travel and said, by the way, in 5 years you'll be enjoying Call of Duty, I would have shot that person. Again, you're in some kind of imposter, you know, some kind of like alternative universe. No, it's not me.
Loving it, having a great time. Yeah, the Vault Pass and the Battle Pass and stuff is I don't know if you get necessarily the greatest stuff, but you know, you get skins and various bonuses like most games. But yeah, if you're the only one I'm aware of you buying this before is Fortnite, and we occasionally bought the Battle Pass there or wherever.
Well, we never actually paid for it, did we? We just always unlocked the Battle Pass by unlocking the free coins and then doing that. Yeah. I think the only thing I've paid for on Fortnite was the Dragon Ball skins.
True. But yeah, must have got his hooks into you quite significantally if you're contemplating spending money on it already, considering it's free in Game Pass. Free.
Well, that's for birthday around the corner. It's like it'd be like a nice treat, wouldn't it? You know.
Yeah. Well, Ross, are you enjoying it as much as Special Guest Pete appears to be?
I am actually, and I never, same as Pete. Last time I bought one, I think I probably picked up like one of the newer ones on like a heavy discount sale to play the very cinematic campaign experience. But the last time I played a proper Call of Duty multiplayer was probably Modern Warfare 2, the OG one. And even at that, I was shit. But this it's really fucking good. The fact that I can probably count on one hand the amount of games I've had where I've had not like a positive KD at the end of the game. So I can't think my skill level's got any better. I can only think that the lobbies have been worked out very well in regards to playing against similar level people. Because although we're coming up with people that are at much higher ranks than us, that doesn't necessarily mean they're better, because they might have just put twice the amount of hours in, for example.
Yeah.
But no, I'm having a great time. There's very few of the game modes that I don't enjoy on the multiplayer. As Pete was saying the other night, we should try the prop hunt. But the actual multiplayer maps, I think there's maybe 1, 2, where either it's the map that I don't particularly like, or the game mode. There's not a whole segment of it where I've been like, nah, it's not for me.
Yeah, sometimes you get that combo of map and game mode that doesn't really suit each other.
Domination and Nuketown.
Yeah. I'm actually...
Obviously,
I know Jay's not high on Nuketown, but I'm actually not too...
Fucking hate Nuketown.
It's not a bad map, to be honest.
I like the one with the abandoned train cars.
Yes, that's one of my favourites for sure.
I like the stadium.
Yeah.
I like the house. Like the one that you get during the campaign.
Yeah.
And I'll try to think of the other one that I like.
I quite like the one, is it Skyline? With like the swimming pool outside.
Yes, the one that's like a big fancy villa.
Yeah.
Yes.
I quite like that map. And to be honest, I know I was just shitting on Nuketown, but I had a couple of games earlier on before we started.
Don't say it, Jay.
One of them was actually bearable, but I think my issue with Coblops is Nuketown is that because if it comes up, it gets picked, and it can come up over and over and over and over. And it's like, just pick another fucking
map.
Play something else.
Well, I think when I was going for the maps, the only time, because there is the option to tick Nuketown 24/7, and if you untick that, you don't get it at all as a map choice. So I think obviously it can just happen where people have ticked it and then that's the only game they're playing or whatever. But yeah.
You mentioned prop hunt. I had a quick go at that earlier on. I must admit I'm not a fan of that either, but you seem a lot higher on that, Pete. Tell us about
maybe not just as a tavern night out, like we try and get 4 or 5 of us and go, right, let's see what this mode's about, kind of thing.
I mean, some of it looks hilarious. Whenever I've seen it on TikTok or Reels or something like that, just like trying to blend in and then having people obliviously run past you. And you're just like, yeah, cunts.
Yeah, because I've seen my kids watch videos before on YouTube where these games are like the prop hunts, and I was always in Call of Duty. That's it's like a game I can try that. But yeah, I won't try it mode with randoms, but I'll definitely have a go if we do it one night as a one-off, like just 1 mode or 2 modes, see how we get on.
Yeah, I think like you said, as a group could be quite fun. But when I played earlier on, it was frustrating because I couldn't find anyone, and then the first round I managed to survive quite a while, even though I was a bit massive rock, well out of place. For some reason, everybody kept ignoring me. But after that, it just went downhill when I got caught in the front. Not a big fan of that. So zombies, any interest in zombies? I have zero interest.
I haven't tried it. No, I haven't played a zombie game since Rainbow Six Extraction, because that really put me off.
Again, I'd probably have a look at it, but if it wasn't on the cards, then I can't say I'd be devastated.
Yeah.
Well, now Ian's back. I'm sure you'll need to get some achievements in it, so maybe we can
to
help him out at some point to get him in there. But yeah, I'm having a great time. It is obviously Ian's not here, but it was his first night playing it since he's had internet back after it got released, and he seems to have a good time with it as well. Just all round, the shooting feels great. Like you said, Ross, the sort of balancing with the teams feels like it's pretty spot on. Very rarely do we find someone who absolutely wipes the floor of us. And all of the guns and the powers seem pretty well balanced, I think. And to top that off, the single player campaign is really fucking good as well. I don't know if you played that, Pete, but have you finished?
I haven't yet. No, I probably shouldn't I?
I haven't finished it. No, I've done the embassy mission. I think I'm on the mission after that.
Okay.
Yeah, I was actually going to start it this weekend, but because of the double XP weekend, I thought I might as well just do multiplayer.
Special
Well
against
worth a
Peter
go.
5 years ago has just been violently sick when I heard that. I was going to game a different thing, but I had to get my XP grinding for the multiplayer.
You might as well try and get levels where you can, right? Unlock those guns, you know.
Oh, who'd have thought, this is like the third or fourth time we've spent a good 15, 20 minutes talking about Coblops and how much we like it.
Fucking
I know.
hell.
This is
What has it come to?
the timeline has gone wrong. It's gone askew, but it is a great
TVA
game.
are going to
and
be hunting us down.
It's a great obviously addition to Game Pass, and well worth giving it a go. Whether you like Coblops or Call of Duty in general, it's well worth a go. If Pete's enjoying it and Graham's enjoying it, you got to come in and give it a go.
Should be mandatory.
Yeah,
Just try it.
Yeah.
They're like the standard of where Call of Duty love is. It was right on the floor.
The only time was on Friday night when it was getting late, and obviously I think the game had recognised that Ian was good. So obviously when you got yourself and Ian, and I was like, yeah, the game's just going to put us in lobbies that are good now, so I got no chance. That's when my kill death ratio started getting a bit negative, because like, oh shit, you know. I mean, lobbies with better players, much better players than myself, so you know. Yeah.
It's even then it's still a laugh, I think, just the sheer shenanigans. But yeah,
It can get annoying when you get dropped in and there's like 3 snipers in the same lobby, and it's just
yeah, the snipers get a bit crazy. But you said they're not in the ranked mode.
Yeah, so this is what the incentive to actually play ranked mode. So in ranked mode, you can only choose from 2 guns classes. So you've got assault rifles or SMGs. So there's no snipers, there's no shotguns. And they limit other stuff as well, like the throwables. So you can only have the frag grenade or Semtex. You can only have flashbang or the stun grenade. And then the power up, you can only have the field upgrade kit, obviously refill your ammo, and the trophy thing that intercepts all the throwables. So it's quite compact, and there are some attachments that are kind of banned from ranked play as well. Because I think I put my gun in there, so there was like a exclamation mark. I couldn't use that particular attachment in this game mode. So obviously trying to keep it quite close what they're trying to do.
No smoke grenades, so that's good.
Yeah, I did one ranked, and I was definitely like, what the hell was going on? And literally the first 2 minutes, I was 0 for 9. Brought it back to 13 to 19. So I was like, yeah, but I still got my. I think obviously you got to play 3 ranked matches before you get your actual grading.
Yeah.
Then I think from there, that'll be like, right, okay, you're shit. Right, go back to bronze, or Jamie, you're like, right, gold 1. There you go. So
I don't know about that. Maybe one day.
Hey, we seen you. How many play the games did you get the other night?
Every match, wasn't it? Every match, it was like,
only a few.
He was top 3 a few times as well.
Yeah, I did get one earlier on. Like I sent you the picture where it was like 26 and 6 deaths or something like that. And I got to play the game in that one, and I joined that game halfway through. So just.
Not blowing smoke at me.
Humble little brag there. Humble little brag, you know.
Just, there's
no humble about it. I'm making it.
I am that
the end of the game.
good.
I was like, hang on a minute. How the fuck has this happened?
Hold up.
I love that. Thank you very much. But yeah, but that was on Nuketown. So it's like,
wow.
Swings and roundabouts.
She has became one of them.
Yeah, I am the sweaty Call of Duty player. Yeah.
So I mean, I think this has to be the. In terms of Project Game Pass, this has got to be probably the game we've played the most, isn't it? As a collective and probably as individuals.
Yeah, I mean, we were sort of all on all you need is help, but this is blown that out of the water.
Yeah, absolutely.
2 different games, all both good in their own right.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, and I'm just sort of struggling to remember the entire list now. We'll have to look back on it in a future episode, but. Yes, I'll be surprised if this isn't the best, the highest rated Project Game Pass game that we played amongst ourselves.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah, nice. All right, well, let's leave Call of Duty love there because we're good. Well, we'll just keep going on about it again. We've already
25 minutes of Call of Duty love. What's going on?
for way longer, than like I said, if we'd ever thought we'd play some Call of Duty stuff. So let's talk about some other stuff, shall we? Including. Pete, as soon as you're special guest as always, what's this F1 24/7 gear racing last race?
Oh, so obviously, I'm an F1 fan. I've been playing F1 games for, since they were invented back in the 40s and 50s. So basically, myself and Jake, who used to join us on the Rainbow Six Siege nights, we kind of created a racing league 4 years ago. And Wednesday night was our last race as a league because the game has just got so bad that we went from over 100 active members trying to fill 60 seats to the last race we had 16 people. Because unfortunately the game has just fallen off a cliff, especially since EA have taken over Codemasters. Lobbies are still broken, features aren't working. They've only done one esports event since the game launched as well, I believe, which I think tells you all you need to know. That even content creators, like I think Arav, obviously one of the most prominent ones, he seems to be preparing to play F1 Manager this year. And the last couple of years they tried to monetize it like FIFA or AFC now. And when you're trying to race cars, the last thing you care about is what your car looks like or your race suit looks like. So why EA or Codemasters think that people want to pay £5 for a race suit is beyond me. But, and the F1 world, which is designed around 5 lappers. So they've definitely made it the game feared towards not the casual players, but the people that just want to go on, do like an hour of 5 lappers and go off again. Career mode, my team is all kind of stagnated. I just, a couple of years ago when they rebought back Red Flags, I was really excited because it hasn't been in the game for like years and years. But it hardly works in career. And online, it doesn't work at all. And if it does, it usually bugs the lobby out. So you have to turn it off. Loads of leagues have been closing. Like even, the two most prominent F1 leagues out there, you've got PSGL, which was just PlayStation before cross-format came in. And then you got War or World Online Racing, the two biggest ones. And you just don't really hear from them anymore. Obviously, they still do their stuff and they've got a good roster. But, the game came out broken. So when you race online, obviously, when you race it, you do equal settings. So every car is set to the same standard. But just like last year, someone dove into the coding and it turns out the cars aren't on equal settings. The cars aren't equal on equal settings. Some cars go faster straight lines. Some cars turn better. Some cars have got less grip. And it's like, it's, apologies for the rant, but it's, I've hardly played the game in the last 2 years. I am now trying to sell my will because I haven't used it in 2 years. It's a sad state of affairs because, like I said, I love the F1. I love F1. I've loved the F1 games over the years, but unfortunately, the passion has been driven out. And the 7GR, kind of the Discord's still open, but in terms of regular league racing, it unfortunately has now come to an end. It was a great last race, to be fair. There was a lot of action, which I also had the pleasure of commentating on. But yeah, no more league racing on a Tuesday or Wednesday or Thursday night for myself.
Frees you up a bit more Codblops time, doesn't it?
I know, right? I'm free from some Codblocks on Tuesday, so there's some positives come out of it. A silver lining,
So sorry if I missed it, but how long do you say you've been doing the 7GR stuff?
4 years.
Yeah, because I remember you used to tell me about you doing the practicing and, as you said, starting doing the commentating. And if you're into F1, obviously it's not my bag, but it looked like quite an interesting sort of stream you guys had going. So yeah, it's a shame it's all come to
on screen now. I think that's not from the last race, is it? Spain? No,
it was the most recent video that was on your Twitch. So I just clicked on that one to get it going. So.
That's fine. But it's a sad day because obviously myself and Jake have put a lot of blood, sweat, and tears in it. But if the interest isn't there, then it's a lot of it takes up a lot of time running a league because you've got to see who wants to come, who wants to race, all that kind of stuff. Put people in cars, update championship standings. We had the website for the longest time, paying for other stuff, but now it's like, well, there was never any kind of like return investment. We were never in it for that kind of thing. It was just about getting people together to play racing games. Like I said, we had over 100 kind of active members in our Discord, over 3 tiers. But that's just all evaporated now because people have just lost interest in the game. You know, we had some amazing people in our league. You know, some of the top guys that were on the brink of esports like level in our league. And yeah, unfortunately, it's just all gone away because
the game has let you down rather than people just dissipating.
Yeah, exactly. It's not the people; it's just the game is just driving people away. It's just not that fun anymore, unfortunately, which is a shame to play. A shame to say, because like I said, you know, I mean, yeah, I don't know what more I can add without repeating myself, but yeah, it was a fun ride. But
it's a shame that it's come to an end. But do you see yourself perhaps like at least considering picking it back up for next year whenever the next game's out? Obviously, basing on reviews and opinions on how the game.
Potentially, you know, but obviously, you know, the game won't come out till July time. But things that are wrong with the game have been wrong with the game for years, and they haven't been fixed. Like, for instance, safety cars, for example. You have like different settings. You can have safety cars off, on reduced, standard, or high. And to make the safety car work normally, you have to put it on reduced. And it's been like that for at least 4 years. So, and the person who hosts the lobby can't also stream or spectate because that glitches the lobby. So you have to rely on one person kind of creating the lobby, or another person streaming, all that kind of stuff. Yeah, I said it's an unfortunate end, but if this is the thing, it's not an easy fix. You can see, I don't know if you can tell by the handling, like this year's handling model, like you can see the way the car, if we get to turn 1 here, right, and we go down the long straight, open the DRS over 180 miles per hour, you can just watch the car. Hopefully, I don't know if Benson will do it, but watch the car slide into the corner. Okay, bad example. But anyway, the car's like slide into the corner, and every year they say they listen to the F1 drivers, but they obviously don't, because F1 cars don't slide into corners like a rally car. There you go. Yeah, but yeah, like I said, unfortunately,
it's gliding on ice.
Not going to be an easy fix, and it's the game's had the same engine for the last 5 years as well. So the game hasn't really changed visually or like anything. So, you know, at this point, it wouldn't surprise me if EA closed Codemasters down, because obviously, even though nothing official's come out, you know, the people in the know or claim they're in the know say that sales have been disappointing for like the 3rd year in a row. Which, you know, only circles back to EA and Codemasters themselves, unfortunately. But the problem is that the people at EA, Codemasters, like Lee Mayer and his team, they're like really passionate about F1 and about the game. But especially the last 3 or 4 years under EA, they've had their hands tied with what they can do. But like, do you remember when FIFA they launched that story mode with I can't remember the guy's name, but it was like every 2 years. So this is F1's a bit like that now, where they have 2 different teams and they all have like a biannual cycle. So like one team has made this year's, a different team will make next year, and then this year's game, as soon as it releases, this team is now working on 2026's game.
Yeah.
A bit like, I think, like Assassin's Creed, and like I said, I think EA, I don't think EAFC does it, but obviously whoever does their game modes. But yeah, I mean, I don't doubt from anyone who coders what EA is listening, but if you are, please just do something. Like, you're killing the game that everyone loves. F1, even though F1 is one of the biggest sports in the world, you know, the 2021 Abu Dhabi finale has outdrew the NFL finals. You know, obviously NFL, what's it called? The Super Bowl. You know, the 2021 finale Abu Dhabi, the one where Lewis got screwed. Still drew more viewers than any Super Bowl in history. So it's a popular sport, but EA trying to charge people for random stuff isn't going to encourage people to join it in the virtual world. F1's always been a bit of it's not a niche, but it's a bit like wrestling or golf or tennis, you know, worldwide sport, millions of views, but it's only really kind of football and basketball and probably NFL that really have the most popular sports games as on consoles, as it were. But yeah, unfortunately, if they keep going the way it's going, then unfortunately I can see, because quite ruthless, like most companies, of closing studios down. if it's not performing. So who knows what the future holds for F1?
Indeed.
Hope it's bright, but I can't see anything changing. But if it does, I will be one happy person.
Yeah, well, fingers crossed. 2025 when it comes out next year, like you said, they'll have taken at least some of the feedback that you and the others are given and make some of the changes to bring it back in, and you can restart 7GR and get your Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursdays lost back to the world of professional, semi-professional, probably F1 racing.
Yeah.
Fair enough. Well, thank you very much for that impassioned rant about F1 and EA and Codemasters.
Too much time spent on that, sorry.
Not at all. That's what we're here for. We're here to talk about what we like. And Ross, tell me about what you like. What else have you been playing this week? You must have been playing something other than COD Blops.
I have, yes. So, it's not for much time. On the recommendation of special guest Pete, I have been playing some Baldur's Gate 3. So I am playing it as the Dark Urge.
Yes.
Yes. So I am desperately trying to do a resist, but there is some options where it comes up and you're just like,
yeah, I know,
just,
right?
Just one click.
Yeah.
Just one click. That's all it takes. However, I did absolutely shit myself and have to reload the game. You get a visitor in the camp, shall we say?
Yeah.
And
is this after the Druid bit? After the Druid Grove?
Yes.
Okay, yeah.
So done that. That was fine. I was like, that's fine. So, but this other visitor appeared and is currently like lovingly gazing at my love interest, and the little guy next to me is like, just kill her. Just do it. Just do it for the Dark Lord that we serve, for your master. And I'm like, no. So I was like, right, I know what to do. If I just walk away, shit'll be okay. So I'll walk away, it'll be all right. Till I woke up to Shadowheart's desecrated bodies scattered throughout the whole camp, and the whole crew just judging me, and I'm like, where's the reload? How far back do I need to go? Absolutely shitting myself as I just massacred one of my team. So yes, there is some unexpected consequences of being a dirge. Everybody's sort of a wee bit mortified with me whenever all I can think of is your blood pulsing and me ripping your throat out with my teeth. So when that comes up in conversation, even folk like Karlach are just looking at you like, mate, you need help.
Yeah. Dirges,
serious help. Like I've got a bomb inside me that's ready if I can erupt at any time. Yeah. You've got more issues than I have. But no, I'm enjoying it so far. I'm enjoying the wee added parts to it. I'm just in Act 3. So I'm now discovering that Orin, one of the characters that you'll see in the trailer, who's got like the blood skin suit on, she knows a lot more about you for reasons that I'm about to discover, I would imagine. But it sounds like my past is very much intertwined with hers. So she keeps on dropping wee subtle hints like you'll give in to your urges, you've always done it, and I look forward to being like reunited with you under our blood master's oath or whatever she was saying. So yes, it's been a bit interesting. I do think I need to play through it again. This is the thing with Baldur's Gate. It fucking gives you reasons to play it again.
This is the thing with Baldur's Gate, right? You're doing a playthrough. And even though you're loving your playthrough and you're going to finish it, you're already thinking about your next playthrough, right?
Yeah. So I now got to have to play through it again and just go sociopath.
Because you made a dirge, right? And the urges, but you can either resist the urges or you can give in to the urges. So you've got 2 playthroughs just there.
Yeah, become the Slayer.
Yeah. And you can rip Gale's hand off and Karlach it and...
I was reading a post.
Act 3 is definitely where you think, oh shit, that's where that's what. Obviously, I won't say too much in case you haven't got these bits. But like Act 3 is where I was like, holy shit, it feels like the Dirge is almost a canon playthrough.
Yes, I've heard that's like almost where you should have played the game from. But I was reading a post where it was like you were doing a Dirge playthrough, and it was commenting like saying like new people join your camp until they realise that you've got like Karlach's head, Gale's hand all shoved into your bag, and I'm like, the shit happened in that playthrough?
Yeah.
So I am looking forward to going through this dark playthrough. I have only done one very heinous thing, and it was by complete accident, and it probably gave me the most hilarious moment I've had in gaming in a long time. So there's a bit in the start of the game, Jay. Not that you'll ever play it because you've no taste for good games.
You should do. You'll love it, Jay. That's why you're scared of loving it.
Yeah, go on. You carry on. I'll say in a minute.
So you go into this goblin encampment, and there is a big windmill. Guy's getting bullied, strapped to the windmill, getting spun round and round. You chase everybody off. I thought I was being the heroic good guy, chasing everybody off. So you walk in, and I don't want to fault Baldur's Gate's camera for the reason I've done it, but I'm blaming Baldur's Gate's cameras for it. Because when it was there, I could only see one lever, and it said brake release lever. So I was like, all right, so that releases the brake, as in like I'll hit that and then the brake will go off. No, that was the brake release lever. So instead of this windmill just going like this, the brake came off. So it then went, and this little dwarf got sent 2/3 of the way across the whole fucking map. Like literally yeeted. Pretty sure Jay was standing at the other side going, "Yeet!" Yeah, so that's the only really heinous thing I've done. Send a gnome fucking flying.
Yeah.
And even at that, not one part of my anatomy felt guilty. As soon as they just see the wee body going, whoosh.
Whoops. Oh well.
Mistakes are made.
Anyway, where were we?
Yeah, you were trying to tell us when you want to start your Baldur's Gate playthrough.
Yeah.
All right.
It is multiplayer, Jay. So.
Right.
Oh,
Yeah,
that's another thing before you start, Jay.
Oh,
Just
great.
before you start. I am playing it with mods because, you know, I do love a good mod in it. And one of the mods is Unlimited Party.
Yeah.
That's
the
fucking
best
incredible.
That's what I did. Oh, can I just say, Ross? Golden dice.
What's golden dice?
Golden dice. You get it when you unlock the golden dice when you beat it on heroic mode.
Oh, in honor mode, the hardest one. I've not done
Honor
that.
mode, yeah.
Yeah, but in fairness, with the mods, you should be able to do that pretty easily.
Whoa! Without mods, thank you. No,
all right,
without
sorry.
mods, thank you. Yeah.
But the only thing
the mods are great.
The only thing with doing it with the Unlimited Party is you're so overpowered.
Yeah,
because you've got like all the different characters that you can just spam right through. So it does make it a wee bit easy playing it like that.
I did that just from a storyline point of view.
Yeah, well, that's what I've done because the banter you get is brilliant.
Everyone, you have like there's 4-way conversations. You're like, holy shit! There's all these 4 people shouldn't be in one party, yet they're all conversing with each other.
Yeah,
I'm guessing. Obviously, you pick like I don't know Gale or Shadowheart as your origin character, and then obviously all 4 will converse. But yeah, it's yeah.
So
it sounds like a tremendous fucking game.
It is
and every time I watch the trailer,
I
probably could get into this, and then I remember what the actual gameplay, like the turn bait, and I'm like, no.
So what my advice to you
is turn-based. It's so much more than that, you know.
Yeah, what I would say, right, is if you think you would enjoy the game for the experience, as in like the world, the characters, the story, stick it on custom difficulty, set everything to the bottom, load the mods, and there is actually a mod called Cheater Scroll, and you can literally select an option where it's kill enemy. So your battles, which can take quite a while if you've got 15, 20 enemies that you have to deal with, you can literally just breeze through them. Then you still get the D&D experience of your dice rolls, and you're like, fuck, I've missed that conversation queue because I didn't get the right dice roll, so you have to deal with the consequences of that. But then you get the fantastic story. You get to deal with all the characters and all the wee side quests and all the wee quirks and all the reasons that make them them. You still get the world to experience, which is brilliant. You still get to speak to every single person that's in the game.
Every single person.
Important part.
But also,
if it's the slowed down turn-based combat that you kind of get into, fire it on that mode and just enjoy it for what it is.
But also, Jay, you're about to come up to a boss fight. How awesome would it be if, do you know what? I don't fancy fighting him. I'm just going to convince him to kill himself before we fight.
Yep.
That's the only one I've done. with Graham.
Do enjoy
And
that
I
as
had
well.
no idea what was going on, and like
Good
we're
old
building
Yogi.
up, we're building up, and building up. I was like, "Oh, is that it? We're not going to get to fight now? Okay, fair enough." But yeah, no, yeah. I just need the time and the will to start it. I don't know when in any of them are going to appear.
Do it.
But it does.
The
It
thing
does
is,
seem like
I
a
would
good game.
admit, when I first played Baldur's Gate 3, it took me a while to get going because I was new to the D&D scene, and I didn't know what class and race I wanted to be. It took about 4 rerolls before I got to my half-elf paladin for my first playthrough. Because obviously I quite like yourself, I quite like throwing fireballs, but I quite liked Gale in my party, and I was like, well, we can't really have 2 magicians in the party, so
You can never have too much
I'll
fire.
do this.
That's where I fucked it, because the first time I played it, my party was Shadowheart for healing, Gale for spells, me,
Yeah.
but
Astarion.
I was what was I? I was Tiefling Paladin Oath of
Tiefling.
Vengeance. Yes.
Yeah.
But I wanted to have Karlach in my party. So we had basically 2 guys who were just fucking throwing giant swords about,
Yeah.
fucking people up. And I'm like,
the throwing barbarian is such an OP build. Like,
oh yeah. Like, you put Karlach in a fight, good luck getting her to die.
yeah.
Like
Yeah.
3 different action points that you can use. Fucking action surge. Before you know it, she's done like 100 damage.
Yeah.
What you're saying is that really it should have been nominated for Game of the Year this year.
It should have.
Yeah.
If Elden Ring.
Who knows?
got
Maybe it'll
away
appear in our Game of the Year show.
maybe. I've still got a few weeks to get playing.
So it's definitely been enjoyable going as a dungeon. I've actually started 2. I ended one very promptly because I made a character without listening to Pete's advice. So I wanted to be sort of like Dark Urge, so I have to have like a dark-ish background. So I thought, I'll go as a drow. So I thought they're quite dark. They're not always viewed upon in the nicest ways. And then I was starting to play it, and I was like, see the way I got into this? And like, it's talking about like ripping people's throats out with teeth and stuff like that. I was like, oh, you need to be Dragonborn. I need to be a Dragonborn to do this. So I went back and started my Dragonborn character, White Dragon. So when he has got blood on him, it looks fucking intimidating as hell. But yeah, so my Dragonborn is what did I set him as? A Ranger.
That's a good class actually, very underrated.
Yeah, Ranger I've got is that just now. So yeah, he hits like a fucking tank where it's ranged or melee. And it just means because I've got a Ranger, I can use pretty much anything.
The Ranger is what I use for my honor mode. I had I made a Give Yankee, and I was basically I was like, look, I'm just gonna do it, even though it's honor mode. And I just had myself and Lazel in the party, and then just 2 others. I was like, right, I'm just doing this role playing thing where it's me and Lazel, and 2 others can join whatever. And yeah,
the only one I've used the party mode, so everybody's in it, but the only ones that I've not really got massively into the combat is Halson and Jaheira.
Yeah, Druids take up. Yeah, I don't like Halson. He forces himself on. He reminds me of Kane. He just forces himself on you for no reason. It's like,
hey, fuck off.
If I want bear sex, I'll ask for it. Just hold the horses.
Just get in the bin. Jay's like, oh, beer sex. I might be more tempted to play it.
Jay, animality.
He was fantasizing about it. He was like,
I was just looking it up.
If only you could get old beer sex. That'd be Jay saying right up.
I mean, let's get in there, shall we?
But also, don't forget, obviously, you can sorry, Jay, I have to interrupt you again.
But
you can obviously change your any characters, classes at any point.
Yep.
So if you do struggle, like, if you want another wizard, you don't want to get a wizard, you can then make him like a wizard or a sorcerer or a paladin, whatever. So you can change everyone's classes.
I was terrified that Jay was about to put up beer sex on the stream now.
it was.
I was like, Jay.
It's all right. Don't worry. I clicked the right tab. Don't worry.
It's like Jay.
To be fair, Halson's hairy enough as it is, you know.
Whooshed.
Yeah, like I said, it does sound. I understand why everybody seems to like it so much. It just like a Dragon Infinite Wealth was like just my right limit of turn-based combat. So yeah, if the mods on the consoles, it just
yes, and they're super easy to use. It's literally mod manager.
Yeah.
Click A and enable. Boom. That's it. Right there.
I think all you really need is Cheater's Ring and then the party size.
Yeah.
The cheater's ring is like what Ross said. Like you can make yourself invulnerable. And again, like Ross said, you just press a button and just click on all 6 enemies, and they all do like 500 damage and they die.
Yeah,
so if you want to skip combat, you can.
Or even if you don't want to use like the cheater's magic missile, you can set it that all your attacks do an extra 500 plus damage. So if you still want to use a big fuck off sword or big fuck off fireballs, well, you can. You just do fucking nuclear. However,
did you make the trick I made with that cheater's ring with that massive fireball?
Yes. Explosion.
On the noise line. Oh, this looks fun. Oh shit, I'm dead.
I don't think I can tell you. So when you're in combat, Jay, you have a sphere or a circle, that you can interact in. So if there's an enemy outside that circle, you can't deal any damage to it because the target's too far.
They're out of range, yeah.
So I didn't know how big the circle was for this explosion spell. So when I seen the circle, I just presumed it was the circle for the area that you couldn't. So I just thought, right, I'm right at the edge of the circle. I'll fucking fire it. Holy shit! I don't think Nagasaki got damaged as much as this fucking did.
To be fair, the description does say "try not to die."
Well, yeah. I also made the very. It wasn't a mistake because I saved before I done it. I just wanted to see the fucking comedy. I also hoped that my PC wouldn't explode when I done it. There is a substance in the game called ruin powder, and it is very, very volatile and very, very, very explosive. And in the cheater's ring, it has an option to put ruin barrels in the world. So I put like 10 in a room. It was in the so you know, Pete, it was in the goblin room where you've got like Radzak in his room.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
I put mass invisibility on and put just barrels all the way around the whole circle, and then just like stood up in the rafters and went boop. So I thought because I'm up in the rafters, I'll be fine. I'm up here. Nobody can get me. No. It was the very new, very up to date PC decided it was going to go from 144 frames down to like 4, just to give you a scale of the KO.
Yeah. I mean, Jay, look, you've played FIFA, so there's no excuse to not play Baldur's Gate 3.
Yeah, and like,
especially as I'm offering to kind of play through with you as well.
This is a year of new experiences for all of us.
I mean, I think a multiplayer cheaters ring mod save would be fucking incredible. I think it'd be hilarious.
Yeah, maybe we'll see. We'll see how we get on.
I
would like to at least try it and see.
I can see Jay being an Astarion.
Oh yeah,
yeah, he gives off Astarion vibes.
Definitely.
Oh, I'm going to assume that means
all sneaky stealth man himself.
Cool, calm, and demean and suave.
I mean, he is. There's no two ways about that. Astarion is very suave, stealthy wee guy. Very stealthy.
Voice acting is amazing.
Especially
Astarion.
Although the thing is, like, so I did not expect Karlach's character, like, voice model to look the way she does. I had a totally different image in my head.
Yeah. I've been seeing some of the D&D clips where it's been like her, Astarion, and
Lizelle and Will.
Lizelle. It's like, yeah. And Will as well. Will definitely looked how he looks on the screen. To be fair.
Will I did think. Yeah. Lizelle to an extent does as well.
Yeah.
But Astarion is, what's his name? Neil
something, but he's
he's been in loads of games. He was in like Detroit Become Human. He's been in
darling.
Yeah, he's been in a few different things, and he's absolutely fantastic.
Yeah. Nice. Well, that's the 2022 game.
More Baldur's Gate 3 talk.
Baldur's Gate 3.
Just think you can play it anywhere.
Can. Well,
yes.
Can. Well, no, only if you own it. I don't own it.
Yeah, Graham owned it, doesn't he? Because Graham got the review copy.
Yeah. So yeah, so I could.
But you could buy it and then play it anywhere.
I could buy it. But
it's pennies just now. Black Friday sale.
There's Resident Evil remakes to be bought.
There's not.
Boring.
I very nearly did it on Good Old Games the other day. I saw the bundle was on sale, and I thought the sale was a lot better than it was. I would have done it.
I tell you what, play Baldur's Gate 3 before you play Dragon Age. That's what I'll say.
I would. Many fucking games.
I would agree. If you're thinking about sitting down to take time to play Dragon Age, and you feel like you can commit to that, stop yourself and play Baldur's Gate instead.
Well,
as much as I love Veilguard, Baldur's Gate is by far one of the best games I've ever played.
So far, you're trying to convince me to play a 200-hour RPG, a 100-hour RPG, and we're still trying to play Call of Duty COD Ops every night we get for 4 or 5 hours.
I mean, considering you go to Florida 5 times, yeah. I mean, if you're not doing that next year, you got plenty of time.
And if you buy it and take it anywhere, you can play it on the flight, and that'll get you at least halfway through the first half of Act 1.
Yeah.
I mean,
or you might have finished your character creation by the time you touch them.
Yeah, that is true. Yeah.
I've still got Tears of the Kingdom. I've still got Infinite Wealth to finish off.
Especially when you start diving into the mods that give you all the different fucking hairstyles and outfits, and oh man,
there's some crazy shit going on. But how am I supposed to get achievements if I turn mods on? Huh?
Asking
the real questions.
What's your name, Ian? Jesus
Who
Christ.
cares about achievements?
Oh, I need a sense of pride. In the
Do a playthrough with mods, and then you'll love it so much you'll start again with a normal playthrough.
Yeah.
Oh, I don't know.
And then you'll even convince yourself that the game's that good.
Mods,
you're going to put it on normal.
With mods, it turns into a 50-hour game, not 100. So
it's very true.
Is there a way to get through it in an evening?
Jay. We'll let you half on your time.
I mean, an evening probably not, but we can bring the time scale way down for you, depending on how much you want to dive into like side quests and things like that.
Okay, all right. Well, I'll tell you what. I'll take it under advisement. I'll check with the board and see what they say, see what they recommend for me.
One of the best things that it does do is its quest dragging out ability. I feel like I could have phrased that much more eloquently, but like you do a big, like you'll spend 30 minutes doing something in Act 1, you're like, oh yeah, and then you won't have anything else to do with it until like 2/3 of the way through Act 2, but it will still be like on your missions tab. And then you get into Act 3 and it's still on your missions tab, and it's like finally like a sense of completion, like a bit of closure.
Or it'd be, for fuck's sake, is this not done with it?
No.
I thought I finished it hours ago.
Like the one that always like gets me is Duke Ravengard. Like within first hour of the game, you come across the first quest there, and you don't complete the quest till like the second to last quest.
Yeah.
In Act 3. So at 80 hours later, you get a completion of that quest, and it's just like that's kept me suspended, like because there's bits of it throughout the whole game. Ah, such a good game.
It sounds tremendous. It sounds like one of them games that if you get into it, you get into it, and if you don't, you don't.
I struggled at first. I hated it at first because of the turn-based combat. But my first playthrough, I tried to play it on just like standard mode. Then I couldn't do it. Put it down. And then the time that it took me to pick it back up, they had introduced custom difficulty. So you can literally just, as I said, set it all to minimum, set all your stuff to like really high, put it like so you get more money from vendors when they're buying stuff, and they cost less to invest in stuff that they've got. So it basically, like I say, makes it easy mode. Combat then becomes less of a drag because you're not having to take as long going through all the enemies.
Yeah.
And then you get the great experience.
Yeah. Honor mode is such a bitch when it comes to vendors. Like something's worth 100 gold. You sell it, but you get like 20 for it. It's like, fuck. So you're relying on
vendors.
Yeah. Yeah.
Now, Skyrim.
Okay, what have you been playing this week? I feel like we've gone on a little bit.
Yeah, we have taken the first hour of the show.
25 minutes on Baldur's Gate.
Well, the reason I was getting at the length of the games is I've been playing a game that I completed in 2 nights. Approximately 5 hours it took me, all in all. And it was very good. A game called Neon Blood. Let me just pop the old trailer going up here, running along, or the gameplay, I should say. It's basically like a side-scrolling, almost like detective /
Are you a vampire?
No.
Is there vampires in it?
Not that I'm aware of. It's very cyberpunky.
Because he looks like Blade.
He does look a bit like Blade. There's lots of references to other video games such as Johnny Silverhand from.
Oh, I think I've seen a wee clip of that. Yeah. Is that not you put that up?
I put a picture in our group chat. Yeah. But yeah, you play as this guy here, Alex, and he is a cop who's got like cybernetic implants and stuff. And he wakes up with no memory, as you normally would do in a cyberpunk style story, I guess. And he is tasked with stopping this killer called Robin Slash, who's been going around killing all these engineers working for the big corpse, the corpse that control everybody. And you're on a mission to find her and figure out why she's killing all these people. and along the way you struggle because your implants are affected by this thing called spark, which is like a drug. Again, very cyberpunky. And he's like an addict basically to stuff. So you gradually unlock his abilities as you go through the game. And it's just a case of running around in very pretty, as you can see from the gameplay here, very pretty sort of neon aesthetic. I love his jacket that's got the neon strip around it. Looks really cool. The world is sort of 3D, quite highly detailed, but then you've got the 2D sprites over the top. Looks really cool. I like the style of it. You do get to talk to a few people. Not very many though, just the ones you're allowed to talk to. And it's more like it's billed as like a detective noir type thing. So you're just following the story and solving a few puzzles along the way. It's quite effective. Quite a what's the right word? Generic, like cyberpunk story. As I said, it will probably come as no surprise to anyone to learn the true objective of Robin Slash. I'm sure if we spent a couple of minutes guessing, you'd probably get the beginning, middle, and end of the story nailed down if you played any sort of cyberpunk style thing or watched some cyberpunk movies and anime and stuff like that. But it's entertaining enough. However, the combat is turn-based.
I picked it,
and I didn't like it, but I didn't have to play it for too long because it's always one-on-one. And to be honest, there's probably like 5, maybe 6 fights in the whole game. And it's a case of picking an option, an attack option from a menu. And when you start out, you get attack, defend, and I forget the name of it now, but it's an attack that stops you hitting critical damage, but you get like a portion of the attack back as health. So that's the only one you really need. And then very quickly, you unlock an attack that makes you invulnerable, but still deals damage to other enemies. And you can use that as unlimited as many times as you like. So basically, it completely makes the turn-based combat pointless because you can't get hit and you just destroy everybody. So that was what I did for the entire game. So that was the best kind of turn-based combat I like. Because
so what you're just telling me is the turn-based combat that me and Pete have just described to you, where you can make yourself God mode and wipe enemies out without having to worry about dying, you really just enjoyed.
I didn't say I enjoyed it necessarily. It was bearable because I didn't have to worry about playing turn-based combat.
So what you've just said is we've found a way to make Baldur's Gate 3's combat bearable for you whilst having a better game than Neon Pixel Blood.
Will I only have to do 6 fights through the whole of Baldur's Gate 3?
I mean, if you pass enough speech checks, yes.
But yeah, so you got an example of the combat on screen here if you're watching the YouTube video. This, like I said, it's pretty simple and pretty basic, but outside of the combat, it's just exploring I think it's called Blind City, I think it is, and then you got another area you go to, Dust City or something. I don't know. There's again very neon cyberpunk-ish style, but yeah, it's effective. Got through it in like in 2 nights, probably about 5 or 6 hours overall. A few sort of simple puzzles, nothing too taxing, but nothing too simple. It's not like it's just the object you need is always in the rough vicinity, but sometimes you have to fulfill a few sort of minor quests in order to complete the overall quest. And yeah, it's decent game. But yeah, that combat, absolutely pointless. They might as well not bother including it really. But yeah, after the first fight, you basically got a win all button. But yeah, check it out if you like the style of it. It's well worth it and the music as well. You can't hear it obviously because I've muted it now. But the soundtrack's fucking tremendous as well. I really enjoyed the audio settings of Neon Blood. But yeah, didn't hit the mark fully. I'll reveal my review later on when we get to that part of the show. But
yeah, seems very similar to that the Fox Detective game we played. What was that called?
Yes, it's got a very similar style to Tales or Backbone as it was originally called. But with more neon lights, really. So yeah, go check that bad boy out, Neon Blood. Out now, my reviews up on xboxtavern.com, like I said. Gentlemen, anything else that we've been playing? Where's the list here? Let's have a look. Oh, so we've got some Veilguard.
Just your pistol whippage.
You want to talk about Veilguard first, or should I talk about pistol whippage?
I mean, Veilguard, I must just keep it quite simple. I'm on my second playthrough, picking the opposite choices to what I did for my first playthrough. That's my
And
dwarf.
that's
My
the way we do
black
it.
wooden dwarf.
So the first time you blew up the crows, the second time you're blowing up the shadow.
In Ruffus, yeah.
Is that the order you done it? Or what
Yeah, that's
order
right.
you did it? Did you do Minrathous
Yeah,
first
yeah, I
time?
did. Yeah, I did. Yeah, set that order. Yeah, so I saved the Shadow Dragons first, and then I'd saved the thingy.
Same as
Grey
me.
second. Yeah.
Fair enough. I still haven't got any further than the title screen. Sorry, creating my character. And apparently now I've got to play that and Baldur's Gate 3 at the same time somehow. I do have two Xboxes. I'm not sure it's going to be a feasible choice.
I done it.
But you're a better man than me, so that's all there is to it, really. Because what I have also been playing, I've been trying to get myself. I start a new job in January, and it's going to be a bit more physical. So I thought, well, I've been sitting behind a desk for 2 years.
Get physical.
I might as well try and sort of re-engage my actual limbs and parts of my body I haven't used for God knows how long. So I thought I'll whip out the Oculus headset and play some games. And I bought myself a new strap that sort of got some twist-on cranks to try and loosen and tighten it, rather than the crappy one that comes with it. So I thought let's put it to the test, shall we? And I played some Pistol Whip VR. And what a fucking game is this? Has anyone else played it?
No, but it's
Right.
given me super hot to begin with.
It's basically Super Hot crossed with Beat Saber. And it's tremendous. It's a light gun shooter on rails, but to the you like attack to the beat. So if you follow the actual rhythm and the music, you get more points. I don't care about that. I just want to shoot some things in the face.
So I take it the beats are the like pink things that are flashing.
Yeah, so you see every now and then it sort of flashes white. That's the sort of the tempo of the music. And there's loads of different songs. I think most of them are licensed. I definitely recognise a few. I couldn't tell you a
Nice.
single one of them in terms of the names, but it's just a fucking fun game that gets you moving proper, like all over the place. Because although you're on rails, the enemies come from a good sort of 180 degrees in front of you. And there's also little pillars you have to duck in and out of so you don't take damage. The bullets, as you see, like you said, like in Super Hot, they come towards you and you can see their trajectory, and you sort of got to duck and dive out of the way. And after time, there's bullets coming from all over the place. So you're sort of doing the old Matrix, giving it the old duck and move and swing around, and it's so much fun to play. I've got a proper sweat going on when I played it the other night. I was probably going for like an hour or so. And then I woke up yesterday morning and my thighs and my back were just like, oh, I remember this feeling. I haven't done this for a long time. It's an absolutely brilliant game.
Looks very chaotic.
It looks a lot crazier, than it does like feel to play. When you're in there, when you got the headset on, it's a lot more intuitive than this. I mean, you're watching someone swinging their head around and ducking and diving, whereas once you're in there, it all makes more sense. But yeah, it's such a fun game. And I finished the campaign. There's 2 sets of 5 levels in the campaign, and then there's also like extra challenge levels and stuff, which they have done set to some other music and stuff. And there's also community creation. So I played one based on the Seven Nation Army, the White Stripes song. What's the other one I played earlier on? It was really hard. Another fucking what's his name? Drum and bass guy. What's his name? Skrillex.
That's not drum and bass.
No, is it drum and bass? It is drum and bass, isn't it? No, what am I thinking? Dubstep. There we go. Sorry.
Dubstep. I was going to say
drum and bass.
It's not drum and bass.
Skrillex. Sorry, I can't remember the song name now, but it was the enemies were all like I failed it like 3 or 4. It was Bangarang, yeah. I failed it 3 or 4 times because it was just absolutely carnage. But it's so much fun to play. I can't sing its praises enough. Really, it's definitely is it the best VR game I played? It probably is the best VR game I played. Not Beat Saber is very good. Resident Evil 4 was the reason I got the headset. But this is the one I always come back to. And I was looking for other ones on the store to try and play after so I'm not just playing the same game over and over again. But there doesn't seem to be a lot out there to match this. But yeah, if you've got a Quest, I'd highly recommend. I think there's a 15-minute demo you can play. And then it's only about a tenner to pick up the game as well. So I would highly recommend picking it up. Ross, you got a question?
I have, yes. I'm just looking like where can I clear space out of my office?
Yeah, I mean, again, because it's on rails, you are just standing still. So as long as you've got enough room to duck and dive, while you're standing in position, you're golden, really.
You're laughing.
Yeah, and it's fucking tremendous game. Pete, I'll have to get you on it next time you come round, or next time we meet up.
Royal Rumble.
It's a great game indeed. And yeah, like I said, my legs and my back are reminding me that I shouldn't have been sat still behind the desk for the last 2 years. I should have probably done something about this, but it's a good way to get some exercise in for sure. Nice. All right. Well, Ross, another good way of getting exercise in is a good plug-in. So come on.
It's a good plug-in, yes. Clear my voice here before we get started. We are partners on YouTube, so if you would like to support us with your hard-earned cash, you can do so for the low price of 99p per month. It will allow you to get access to our After Dark shows where we shoot the shit about random topics. Doesn't necessarily have to be gaming related. It's just another chance to hear our dulcet tones. Apple and Spotify podcasts, if you could jump over there and leave us a little review, 5 stars would be greatly appreciated. CD Keys affiliate link. It does not cost you any extra to use it, but all it does is whenever you purchase anything from the site, it gives us a wee kickback. I don't have any of the banners set up because we've jumped over to a new system. I haven't had a chance to add them on, but there is on the next link coming up, xboxtavern.com. The affiliate link's on there, so if you go through our website, that'll take you to CD Keys and you can help the channel that way as well. As I was saying and Jay touched on earlier, written reviews can be found at xboxtavern.com. He'll have a list of them later on in the show, including his score for Neon Blood. Socials haven't been running on the bottom of the screen. I do have that set up, but I turned them off at the start of the show. I've got to turn them back on again, so I will take the blame for that. Discord, if you want to jump over and blather away about any gaming topics, or if you want to compete up against us for our Guess the Game, maybe you got today's one a bit quicker than us, or maybe like a few of them this week, people have just been like, what the fuck is that game?
Yeah, there's been a few out.
Some of them have been obscure.
This week, definitely, yeah.
Yes. But if you want to test your video game knowledge, then that is the place to brag or blow smoke up your ass. And last but by no means least, insert coin, promo code XBXTVRN will get you £5 off orders over £50. And it's definitely worthwhile having a wee nosy, as they do have quite a few Black Friday deals on at the moment.
They do. Yes, they do. And I've avoided them so far, but I'm not sure my will can hold out much longer. I don't need any more clothes, but I do. I don't. A beanie's coming up. That's going to be ordered at some point. We got paid now, so it might have to be done.
Whoop, whoop.
All right, thank you very much for the plug-in. Let's get into some news very quickly then. Not a tremendous amount of exciting stuff.
That's Ian's top 5.
Ian,
we don't have a top 5.
Ian,
I've got one for you. You want to do one? I can do it. Or we can go to new stuff to you.
Have you got a top 5?
I did one just in case.
All right, go on. If
you want to move on, that's fine.
The problem is, it would have to be an unofficial one because Gray's not here, so it can just be it could be an unofficial one.
It can be an honorary top 5.
Do we need pen and paper?
I would say yes.
I'm going to do notepad, app, and paper because
that's what I'm typing.
Old-fashioned notepad,
paper to hand. So right, let me delete my answers for the last one. That's the last one.
Impromptu top 5.
I'm excited. Ian's going to be livid if he's listening right now. He's going to be sitting there watching the Patriots going, "You stolen my thing!"
Yeah. Patriots lost the game on the last play as well, so he's going to be pissed off anyway.
Yeah, I actually came up with 2 ideas, but we'll go with that one.
Okay, all right. Well, if you're not familiar, Ian likes to do a top 5 for us every week when he's here. But he hasn't been here for a few weeks because he had no internet, and then tonight he's decided, "Fuck it, I'm going out to watch the Patriots lose against who was it? The Colts, did you say?
Colts, yes.
Oh, that's right. I thought I made that up for a second there. Right, Pete, I'm ready when you are.
You should be honoured as well, Pete. You're making an appearance in the Football Manager book.
Football Manager logbook.
Oh yeah, amazing.
Right, I am struggling to find a page. Go on.
Pen. Okay, right. You ready?
Ready and wearing.
So when you're on the Xbox home screen and you go press Store, and then you scroll down to where it says Top Paid Games, What are the top 5 top paid games on that list?
Oh, when not that it matters, but when did you look at this today?
About 7:15.
Okay.
Does it have to be in order?
No, no. That'd be it.
I'm
I'm just hoping it's not based on what I play, but I don't think it is. So yeah, what are the top first 5 games that appear in the top paid game section in the Xbox store? I feel like you need one of those countdown clocks.
So we like playing games here. We were talking the other day while you're here, Pete.
Yeah.
Quiz time coming up soon.
Yeah.
Have you got some sort of quiz prepared for us?
I did it back when Graham. I was prepping mine when Graham was prepping his. That's how prepared I am. Yeah. It's I need to double check that some of the answers are still relevant.
You've got
correct,
4
I should say.
weeks.
Sorry?
You've got 4 weeks, episode 175.
Yeah.
175, which I think will be. Is that the first one back in the new year?
Probably in the new year,
week?
yeah.
Maybe.
Yeah.
Because this is the first today, so 4 weeks will be. We take a
Yeah.
little hiatus at Christmas.
28 days, yeah. So,
first one back in the new year. Xbox Taverns, Xpod Taverns quiz.
So no pressure, Pete.
No pressure.
You're opening the year with a bang.
Yeah, start the year off.
I've put some controversial questions in there just because I can, because I know you guys love controversial questions.
If your controversial question is the last one where you did the fucking guest spot with your Final Fantasy quiz, I'm fucking removing privileges for everybody apart from myself and kicking you off the fucking show.
Right, have you guys got your?
I've got 2.
I've got 3 at the minute. Hang on, give us 30 more seconds.
Okay, we're going to do 34 seconds. I'll set a timer for that one. So, yeah.
How does it calculate top paid so it'll be like most sales?
That's one thing. Because the obvious answer is
the clue is there's no free to play games on this list.
Yeah, just thinking like free to play stuff.
But then, like when you say free to play, will Call of Duty be on it? Because technically it's Game Pass.
As in like Fortnite or like Roblox.
Yeah.
Obviously, I'm not saying Call of Duty is on there, but like you mentioned Call of Duty, so obviously, if you don't have Game Pass, you could buy it. Obviously, I imagine it's just Xbox sales. I can't imagine it will take PlayStation into account.
Not yet. Anyway, maybe one day.
The thinking caps are on, man.
All right. Yeah. Well, I've got 5 now. So
we're almost done. How long have we got?
I mean, you can have about 10 seconds if you want.
So, I forget Ross is winning it on the official top 5. So if I can beat him on the unofficial top 5, that counts as a win to me.
I've got 5.
I don't need.
I don't think. I think maybe one of them's on it, but I've got 5.
I'm ready when you are. So.
Right. Okay. So Ross, go on in. Give me your top 5. Well, your 5 guesses.
I've got EAFC 25, Baldur's Gate 3. Black Ops 6, Madden 25, and Elden Ring.
Jamie?
Those are some solid guesses there, Ross. I must admit, I almost went for Baldur's Gate as well, but it's a bit older now. I'm hoping it isn't on there. I've gone for COD Block 6, Veilguard, Dragon Age Veilguard, Flight Sim, Stalker 2, and Minecraft.
Make us free to play.
So I can tell you that Ross is the winner.
Of course he is.
Ross got 2 out of the 5. Jamie got 1.
So Blops and
Blops, yeah.
So Call of Duty was in there twice. One was the Call of Duty Blops Vault Edition, but I'll give that to you because obviously, the Vault Edition's like in the top 5, and then the normal version's like in the top 10 as well.
Okay.
So the other 4 are EAFC, which Ross said. The other 3 that you didn't mention, GTA 5, Red Dead Redemption 2.
Oh, of course it would be.
So yeah, GTA 5, Red Dead 2, and the last one, Hogwarts Legacy.
Wow, I would never have got that one.
Never have picked that one in a million years.
I thought it might have been on games based that I played, like the algorithm, but I was like, well, Hogwarts, I've gone nowhere near that. So
That's madness. That I mean,
I know.
GTA 5 is understandable, but Red Dead as well.
Yeah.
It's a
Yeah.
great game, and
Yeah, it's a top. Yeah.
top 5 selling games at the minute. I mean, I
Yeah.
suppose obviously the remaster to come out on PC as I've been playing that.
Oh no, it'll probably be of all time. It'll probably
Yeah,
be
but
So the order was actually EAFC was first, then COD Blops, then GTA, then Red Dead, then Hogwarts.
madness. Hogwarts.
Wow.
Hogwarts has amazed me because everybody, well, not everybody, a lot of people were shitting on it for various reasons,
Yeah.
and it's just blown everyone out of the water.
I enjoy it. I've
Yeah,
not
I mean,
played it yet, but it's quite a big game.
My kid was enjoying it. I haven't played it yet, but yeah.
Yeah, there's
nice.
your top 5.
Thank you very much. So Ross is winning the unofficial and the official top 5 list now. I'm very.
Sorry,
I'm
you all fucking collude together to screw me in the quiz, so I need to win something.
too right.
Bastards.
If Pete, especially guess Pete doesn't give everybody the answers except for you, I'll be really disappointed.
I feel like I can count on one hand the amount of Mass Effect, Borderlands, and fucking that type of game questions. Witcher has been in the fucking quiz.
I've tried to stay away from games I like. I'll just tell you that much.
Oh, that's fucking Mass Effect questions. Fuck them.
Yeah.
Cheers for
Well,
that.
because
yeah.
it's hard to
You
know
and
the
Ross
questions that you would all know the answer to. Because obviously,
Nobody cares if we all know the answer. Just fucking aim it towards me.
Yeah, okay.
Anyway, we'll get into that. We'll find out who's going to win the quiz in probably the first or second episode in January when we come back after the Christmas break. I look forward to doing the quiz. You can go check out our old quizzes on Xbox. I know youtube.com for Tavern Official. There's a what we done? I forget 4 or 5.
4 or 5. I've
Well,
won
you've all
one.
done one, haven't you? You've all done one, apart from there's 3.
We've all done one, and I think Ian's done 2. So yes, it must be 5.
Yeah. And Gray's won 2. Am I right in saying?
I think I've won 2. Graham's won 2.
I've won 1.
No. Yeah, that must be right. No, Ian won 1 as well, didn't he? So maybe
Ian won the one who did host.
Ian won the shenanigans one where he took over the last hour by just fucking guessing games.
Oh,
Thanks,
yeah,
Ross.
my one.
Thanks, Ross. the slow-paced hour of our fucking life.
Thing is, that up until that point, the quiz was fantastic, and then
up until that point, yeah, it just
fucked it.
Just become the Ian Power hour at the last hour.
It's like everybody likes a wee bit of fucking like prices, or they play your cards right. Higher than a 5, we say a 7. Oh, fantastic! But Ian just decided to fucking.
Ian just run away with it.
Jay, do you so you know Gareth from Mass Effect? Do you know his surname?
Carrion.
Damn it. Okay, can't use that question. Sorry, Ross.
Did you
What about
see?
Leora? Do you know her surname?
I do, but I've suddenly drawn a blank.
What about Shepard? Do you know their surname?
Greatest.
Do you know
person on Citadel.
Do you know his and hers first name?
Yes. Chungus. I think that's what I call mine.
Jane and John.
Jane and John.
Anyway, we look forward to doing the quiz. Like I said, you can go check out our old ones now. They're lots of fun. And some of them go on for hours. Some of them are fairly short, but go watch them. Enjoy them.
Yeah.
Play along. Enjoy the quiz. Yeah, let's get into some news, shall we? Very quickly. It's already an hour and a half, and let's rapid fire through this. So there's
Not a lot of
great
news,
deal
to be fair.
Not a great deal. Nothing massively interesting, to be honest. But excuse me. Let's fire through this. Activision, talking to Coblops, says Call of Duty Black Ops 6 launch month was Call of Duty's biggest ever, according to engagement levels, which is obviously the most marketing, businessy speak in the whole world, because this was obvious. They were obviously going to say this no matter what, because of course it is. They've got the whole barrel of Game Pass, as well as all the people who bought it anyway. And they said game had attracted more players during its launch month than any other Call of Duty title, and it also ranks first for the total number of hours played and the most matches played. They said. Did we expect anything less? I don't think we did. Really, did we? Like, there was never a chance they were going to come out and say, "Oh shit, you know what? No one's fucking playing this year. It's first year on Game Pass. No one's interested. I don't know what's going wrong." So, like I said, Game Pass obviously gave it a massive fucking boost, and it itself gave Game Pass a massive boost. But the fact that, it's the biggest ever is, I mean, that's Call of Duty being Call of Duty, isn't it? That's what it does every year, basically, apart from the last couple of years where it sort of drifted off a little bit. But It's good to see it's come back. As we don't need to talk too much about Call of Duty specifically because we already did that ad nauseum at the beginning of every episode this month. But yeah, any thoughts on what this could mean perhaps for next year's one coming into Game Pass?
I mean, I think all of them from now on is going to be coming on the Game Pass.
Yeah, it'd be interesting to see because obviously, you know, when you install Blops, obviously it's got every single Call of Duty on there. So I do wonder if they've taken that a bit like Halo MCC might have done, where it's like, well, actually, you know, we've got 1 million people, but they're all playing 200k on 1, 200k on 3. I wonder if they if that's the case with this as well. I mean, it was still, but I mean, Call of Duty gets more popular every year, so it would have broken sales numbers anyway. But obviously, Game Passes. I mean, Game Pass has got people like myself engaged that said they wouldn't touch a COD. So if people like me are playing it, then you know, what Game Pass is for, right?
Proof is in the
playing
pudding.
games you wouldn't usually play.
And Graham, yeah. And yeah, I mean, they said that I forget the exact number now. I don't know if it's in there or not, but they said the Game Pass subscriptions went up X amount of percent because of when Call of Duty Black Ops 6 come out. So it's obviously a great. Oh, here we go. Oh, sorry, that's the wrong stat. Don't worry about that. Ignore that sentence. Yeah, but it seems to have done well across the board for everybody, like I said. And it still seems to be doing really well on PlayStation as well, even though it is on Game Pass. Obviously, Xbox did promise it would come to Nintendo consoles as well, but I guess they're waiting for the next Switch next year.
I was going to say, please don't put it on this year's Switch.
This particular COD Bop's running particularly well on the Switch, considering
otherwise it will all be fucking
like
raining in the fire.
Yeah,
literally raining in the fire.
But yeah, so Blop 6 has done well as expected. It's done well for Game Pass. It's done well for itself, and I only imagine whatever next year's game is going to probably do even better somehow. You know, especially if the people who are playing it now realize, oh, actually, I could just buy Game Pass for a few months and play it on there, or maybe they say subscribe the entire year. Who knows? But Game Pass itself has run into a bit of an issue this month because Xbox says it's still blocked from selling and launching games from its Android app, despite Google saying that they aren't. So the whole FTC nonsense, was it last year, or earlier this year, where they were trying to sort of claim that Google and Apple were blocking apps like Xbox from selling their own games without Google getting involved and selling it through blah, 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 and not allowing cloud play, etc., etc. So the Xbox app is promising to sell games. You can buy it through. I don't know why this is a big deal for people personally, but you can buy the games through the Xbox app and then obviously cloud game stream them when they're available or go home and play them on your console. But apparently Google are blocking it according to Xbox. But Google says they're not. And Sarah Bond says that, I mean, there's a lot of waffle here, but I'll just read what she says. So at Xbox, we want to offer players more choice on how and where they play, including being able to play and buy games directly from the Xbox app. I recently shared our ambition to unlock these features first with Google Play Store on Android devices in the US while other app stores adapt to meet consumer demand. She's got a very, very bassy voice, hasn't she? Due to a temporary administrative stay recently granted by the courts, we are unable to launch these features as planned. Our team has the functionality built and ready to go live since the court makes a final decision. We're eager to launch and give more choice and flexibility to players. So, do you want to buy games through your Xbox app? Could I give a fuck less? No, probably not. No. Pete, I can see you there. You've got your phone in hand. You're ready. You're itching. I really want to buy Baldur's Gate 3. What? But I can't do it. Shit. It's impossible for me to play this game now.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, I do find it convenient sometimes. Like, I get a notion to play something if I'm like at work and I can just go into the app and hit download, like install to console. Like, that's handy.
Yeah. I'm
not fucking like irate at the fact I can't just buy one there and then.
Yeah, it's a strange thing to get seen. I mean, there must be more to it that we're missing, or perhaps behind the scenes. But Google gave The Verge a statement that says Microsoft has always been able to offer their Android users the ability to play and purchase Xbox games directly from the app. They've simply chosen not to. And then they go into more. I'm not going to read all that though. Do you know what? I'm fucking sick of business. Let's move on. Business can get in the fucking bin.
It's getting to the point where they're kind of not saturating the market, but there's just too many options. It's like, you know, you're encouraging people to slack off at work to play video games, which you know.
Yeah, I suppose they're aiming with this is eventually the cloud gaming. Like they, last week we spoke about where they give you the option to play 50 games of your own library on the cloud now, like Baldur's Gate 3, for example. And so if you can buy a game in the Xbox app and then cloud game it straight away, I can understand a bit more why they'd be so keen for you to do it.
Yeah.
But right now,
yeah,
it's pointless. Like
the problem is with cloud gaming
app,
is it lags too much. You have to have a good internet connection for it to work properly. You know, it's great. It's good for small games, but if you want to play a Baldur's Gate 3, like I can't imagine it runs very well unless you've got super duper high internet. You know.
Yeah, I mean, I must admit, I shared a screenshot with you like the other day that I played COD Block 6 on the cloud on my laptop here, and it was fucking brilliant. It worked perfectly. It didn't look as good, but it worked perfectly. In terms of like responsiveness, I still got, I forget the exact scores, but I still had a positive KD ratio or elimination ratio, death ratio, as it's called now. Sorry, not kill death ratio.
Did you hear that there, Pete? That was him whipping these balls out and putting them on the table.
I'm just taking small wins that I do get and I'm flopping them out everywhere. Any opportunity I can. And again, so if you can buy a game in the app and then just play it straight away, good stuff. But you can't at the minute, really. So at the minute, it's a bit of a moot point. Like, just
you can install games from the app, can't you? You can send.
But then you still have to buy it on the console when you get home.
Yeah.
Which is not, again, you're going to be on the console when you want to play it. So what's the harm in that, eh? But yeah, I don't understand. Again, business can get in the fucking bin. Let's move on. So 8-bit though, releasing a keyboard themed around Xbox, and I must admit, this looks pretty fucking cool.
It's cool as fuck.
It's expensive as shit as well.
That was the only reason that I wasn't like, oh.
They previously released a NES Famicom and C64 like themed keyboard. Sorry. Can I share my screen so we can see the picture of this? Have you seen this picture, Pete? What it looks like?
I've got it.
I'm just looking at it now. This green keyboard.
Yeah. So here we go. So okay. So we got the green keyboard, like the translucent sort of green plastic of one of the limited edition Xboxes, the original Xboxes, as well as these two nifty looking big old buttons to press. I love the D-pad in the the arrows.
Up, down, left, right.
The colors of the button on the controller.
I just love all of it. I love the font. I love the color. It's fucking awesome.
See, I would have loved WASD as the colors as well, like the button colors.
That would have been a good choice.
Because obviously, playing
absolutely.
PC games, that's your movement, isn't it? So
yeah, that would have been great too.
Probably stuck out like a sore thumb, to be honest. So.
So this is out. I think where's the release date here? In January next year in America. There's nothing confirmed for Europe yet, and it's $120, which is not the cheapest keyboard I've ever seen.
No,
but it does look pretty cool, and I'm intrigued by these big buttons we've got here because I'm assuming. Forgive me if I'm wrong.
Well, it says A and B on them, so
they look. They're programmable, so I believe. So you can set them to mouse clicks or enter or what have you. But they look like foot pedals to me, like something you put on the floor and stomp on, and that would be awesome. I don't know why that appeals to me so much, but that's it. That is for me because I can't imagine having a keyboard disc and these two massive buttons that you have to like smack every time you want to use them. But yeah, the keyboard itself looks awesome. Is it a wireless one? Did it say?
No, it's wired.
Again. No, it's wired.
Wired one. So you could effectively plug it into your Xbox and play games that support keyboard and mouse with an Xbox themed keyboard. Which is, what more could you want? It looks fucking awesome. And
well, no, it's wireless. Sorry, I apologize.
If I
I just saw the wire going into the A and B port.
Yeah, so that part's wired, but the rest of it is wireless. Yeah.
If it comes with some sort of dongle that you can plug into your console, I will be in. I think because I do like the look of that keyboard, and I do like the big chunky keys.
It's cool as fuck.
It is pretty fucking cool. So business in general can get in a bin, but this business, I think we're in.
Yeah.
I think we're. I've won back round capitalism all the way, baby. So good game, good keyboard, good Xbox, good color scheme. However, what's not good? Xbox Avatar editor is going away. Gentlemen, when was the last time you looked at the Xbox Avatar editor?
When I found out I could give my guy a dragon out of Game of Thrones.
At some point this year, but my game pick is still my Avatar. So if they delete it, if my Avatar disappears, I'm going to be very upset.
So
No.
I just happened to randomly look at the app maybe 2 or 3 weeks ago. I discovered that all of the things that I'd purchased /won in games on the 360 were no longer available, and I turned it off, and that was the end of it. So I'd lost some like the Halo armor and Gears of War armor, and I had the Portal Cube and all sorts of stuff. But now they've been off entirely on January the 9th next year. No longer available. My kids have played Xbox for a few years. I don't even think they've made an Avatar, and they're exactly the kind of people who would have done. So it's not even like it's something that's
thing is, it was a big deal on 360 because your avatar popped up when you went to your friends.
Yeah,
so you've seen all your different avatars, and you're like,
and you could use them in games as well, like Doritos Crash
Doritos,
the Connect games, you use your avatar in it. But on the Xbox Series X, at least, it's been utterly pointless. So I'm surprised it was even still a thing. Let alone them being like,
it's obviously not making money, so they got to close it,
Well, no, there are stuff to buy on there, but why would you? Because there's literally no point to it.
Yeah.
So yeah,
however, I just hope
they use it on 100 to 1, couldn't you?
Well, I was just about to say when they decide that they're rehashing 100 to 1 and they reintroduce it, that's the one.
Yeah.
I am very optimistic, but I am starting to give it a hope we will ever get 100 to 1 back, regardless of how many times Phil comes in and says, "Oh, that was a great experience. I really loved it. We would love to do something like that again." Well, fucking do it.
In the age of playing games, any game, anywhere, like this is the perfect game for on a bus
Exactly.
ride. Right, let's jump into 100 to 1. Boom, boom, boom.
Yeah,
fucking
that was a great experience,
and
again,
sports
unique to that sort of console generation, but also like you said with the avatars, you get your avatar up on the main stage. I don't know if I've ever managed to get being the one, but I definitely was in 100 many times, and it was a great game, great experience, and something I think that could probably do quite well, like you said, Pete, with the cloud gaming and the.
Can you imagine if they just dropped that during COVID? Can you imagine that?
Yeah.
I think there would have been fucking
server overload.
Yeah.
They could have fucking paid for the fucking Activision deal like that.
Yeah.
Yeah, that would have been the perfect time to bring it back, but alas.
We were all sitting doing Zoom quizzes.
Playing Among Us.
And playing Among Us, yeah.
Exactly. Fucking 100 to 1, I could be sitting there.
Yeah.
Well, let's save it for the next pandemic, eh? Well, hey, we don't need any more of them.
No.
No.
Yeah. So, long story short, Avatar's going away. If you even knew they existed in the first place, goodbye.
You don't know, OG.
It's been real.
Yeah, it's not exactly prevalent, is it? It's quite hidden anyway.
Exactly. Yeah. It's not an obvious app. There's not an easy way to do it. And like I said, of all of the people who would do it, my kids would definitely make their own characters, and they've never even seen that screen. So
yeah,
no chance. And that's about it, really. No more massively exciting news. No more massively business decisions that are stupid / entertaining. However, we are in a new month. So, Ross.
Yes, we are.
We have games coming to Game Pass.
We do. I don't have the list up, but I can get that up momentarily.
Excellent. I look forward to hearing this list. Pete, I assume you've got the document ready open to read the stuff that are leaving very shortly.
Yep, that's why I put it on there myself.
Excuse me.
So far we've only got 2 games.
Yeah, it's obviously the third. It's been very quiet so far.
I imagine probably tomorrow morning they'll be like, here's all of the games coming to Game Pass.
Oh, it's usually like Tuesday then, isn't it?
So what have we got?
So on the 5th of December, we have Overthrown, and the biggie on the 9th is Indiana Jones and the Great Circle.
Very much looking forward to playing that one.
As said, I'm not a big fan of Indiana Jones in regards to like the films and that. I've never watched any of them, but for the fact that it's done by Machine Games, and Jay informed me last week that is the people behind Wolfenstein, that will make me probably have a look at it for that reason.
That is 90% of my interest. I do like the films, but Machine Games being involved that's what we want, please, and thank you. Yes, please. I watched the trailer with my wife the other day because she loves Indiana Jones, and even she's interested in playing it. So win-win. Let's get in there. But it's not all good news. Pete, what's leaving us? What's gone? What's going? I mean, it has gone now, but tell us.
Well, there's quite a big list of games that have left on the 30th, which includes Soccer League, While the Iron is Hot, Rhododome, Conan Exiles, Remnant from the Ashes, Spirit of the North, Coral Island, Hello Neighbor 2, The Walking Dead, the final season, all left PC, console, and the cloud on the 30th. The only game confirmed even so far is Forza Horizon 4 from GPC, which I'm guessing is the Game Pass core.
Standard.
Yeah, so it leaves the Forza Horizon 4 will leave Game Pass core on the 15th of December. No other confirmed ending soon games.
Yeah, so like you guys said, we'll get some more soon. But yeah, some good games there that we would have gone now. But there's also, like I said, good stuff coming in, including Indiana Jones, which I'm very excited to play. I thought it was at this Friday, but that's the early access, isn't it? On the 6th of December, and then the main game. Excuse me, the main game is on the 9th. We've got reviews over on XboxTavern.com, including, like Ross said, alluded to, my review of Neon Blood, which I gave a 6.5 out of 10 in the end. Yeah, it's a good game. Like I said, it's just let down by some of the poor combat choices and a few other issues, which you can read all about in my review. Slitterhead review. Anyone played or heard about Slitterhead?
Why does that sound familiar?
No.
It's like a horror, well, like a
I've heard of Leatherhead.
Ish. Yeah.
Is it Leatherhead?
By one of the creators of, I think it's one of the creators of Silent Hill or something to do with Silent Hill originally. And it looks weird. I've got a copy of, I mean, it's sitting on my hard drive.
Yes, I remember.
It looks very interesting, but AJ reviewed that and he gave it 7.8. It's like, it seems to be one of those like almost like cult hit type games. It's going to end up turning into being. You know, it's going to be one that people look back on and be like, well, it wasn't very good, but it was at the same time, it was really good.
Yes. Apparently, the reviews up on Steam, because that was the first one that came up when I was trying to find out about it, are all very positive.
Yeah. And that's pretty much it this week. I've been sort of biding my time waiting to hopefully get my hands on Indiana Jones at some point in the next week or so. I don't know. I mean, like I said, hopefully the early access is on the 6th, so get a bit playing it next Friday. And yeah, just other than that, I've got Baldur's Gate 3 and Dragon Age in somehow in the next few weeks.
Oh, yeah.
You got to play that before.
If you put Baldur's Gate on to install tonight, right? Start it tomorrow. You'll have it done by the time Indiana Jones comes out. Boom, there you go.
Well, we'll see about that. So let's talk about Xbox Tavern's podcast, shall we? We've got next week, the week after, and are we doing one on the 22nd?
Can do.
So we've got 3 left this year. So we've got
3 left for the year.
Get in there.
We have. So Game Pass probably next week.
Probably do Game Pass, whichever
game
is next week.
When is Graham back from Indialand?
He is back on Thursday. Oh yeah, actually, I think Friday.
I think Friday. Yeah, you said Sunday to Friday, didn't he?
Yeah.
Right. So does that not make more sense to have the 8th as Game of the Year next week?
We could do Game of the Year on 8th of December.
Or would you prefer to do the 15th to give you a chance to play Indiana Jones? It's not going to be in my list, so it's irrelevant.
We'll discuss it offline, but we got at least 2 more episodes this month.
We've got a Game of the Year show to come. We've got a Game Pass live stream to come, and then we'll do a Christmas episode on the 22nd.
Yeah, where we talk about all of our favourite Christmas games, including late season's greetings. It'd be a 2-hour discussion.
And Die Hard, yeah.
Die Hard is a Christmas film.
It's a Christmas video game, yeah.
Damn right. Anyway, thank you very much. You've made this far amongst all of our waffling and chatter and video gameness. Thank you.
You're a good cunt.
You're a good cunt. If you haven't, if you know someone who hasn't, tell them.
You're just a cunt.
You're just a cunt. I'm Jamie. You can find me at Enexan with a capital E, much to please Ross as anyone else. You can find Ross
at Scottish Gruff.
Pete.
You can find me under your bed or on the internet at Peter Kninch.
My bed goes to the floor.
Well, where there's a will, there's a way. All right. Thank you very much. We shall see you next week for one form or another of podcast. And goodbye.
Goodbye.
Bye.